What's up, guys? My name is Mad Squash 924. Welcome back to another episode of Kona to Brume, where this is part 11 and we are here in the mines / underground laboratory. Why are we here? To cause havoc, obviously. Well, not really to cause havoc, but we have to find batteries currently. That is the current objective that we are attempting to do. To do that, we are exploring, essentially. Okay, this is another one of those flooded areas. We've seen these before. Okay. You know, I've realized I have 80 batteries. That is a lot of batteries. See? On the upper left? Too many, one would say. But if you guys didn't watch the last episode, we arrived here in this mine and are now trying to, I guess, find this prototype thing for the Mistonite. And that looks like another Mistonite thing.
Faubert arrived at the meteor. This immense interstellar object had smashed against the Earth billions of years earlier in the recent history of the cosmos. The sight gave the detective a strange sense of calm. One of those that one feels right before the thunder or under a sky full of stars.
So, we found more Mistonite. But it's a meteorite of where it came from. Circled areas on the map show potential mining locations. There's a lot of them. Employee complaint about defective masks. Alright. In the early afternoon, employee Victor Michael began to feel discomfort. Like employee Hervé Gendron last week and employee Stefan Deschamps the weeks before, as well as 3 other employees last month. He began sweating profusely, shaking, and vomiting. He spent the day in the infirmary, too weak to go home. This is not a coincidence. The PPE provided is ineffective. The masks are often defective. Enough is enough. We won't stand for this any longer. You have been warned. Bridget Quesnel. A car. Sorry, a truck. Some geodes. It's cool. Anything else? Battery, spare parts. Another card, one of the masks that are apparently defective. Okay, we already went in this room. So we have this big ass room that we are in. Just to see what's here. So is this the whole purpose of why they were mining in here? Is to be revolving around this meteorite? What? I can't enter? It's surprising. What's on the other side before we move on upstairs? That requires a battery too. How peculiar. Now I can just go down here or I can go up. If I go up, it looks like there might be something up above, up in this, staging. Let's check the staging. Jeez, just bring a whole wheelbarrow up here, why don't you? Batteries? Yep. Well, it's different. It's cool. Any of you guys afraid of heights? Would you guys go up this staging? It seems safe. Quotes letter for the construction of a new wing. Mr. Hamilton, your administration should have received our bid for the construction of the metal forging wing. As understood, my company, Structure et Support Morin and Fills, is offering its services for the supervision of the foundation and structural work over a 3-year period. We thank you for your continued confidence in our expertise. Please do not hesitate to call me directly if you have any questions. Jules Morin. Don't trust this area.
For such a secure location, the entrance to this tunnel seemed unusually easy to access.
It does, doesn't it? Weird. Let's take the battery and go. Now, we did see something that we can put the battery in over here, in this conveyor belt. I'm curious why that is. Is there a purpose? Well, if there was, I don't know it. Big battery, yeah. Maybe not. If we do, maybe it's later. Definitely not right now. For now, we go back.
The detective was moving forward, deep in thought.
We are deep in thought.
This infrastructure.
We gotta go back to this elevator.
Had the project started before Mr. Knight's existence was discovered? Or was the substance the reason for all this? How long had its existence been known? And by whom?
Unclear. What? I was gonna say, the elevator wasn't working?
Brought back to the control room allowed Carl to evacuate toxic fumes or drain corridors, giving him access to new wings of the facility. He hoped to find more answers to his questions there.
I hope to find more answers to my questions there. Yeah, we don't have enough power, but we still have access to these other zones, which is good. So we went into A, B, and C. Next we will go over to D, put the battery in, and then go over to E, put the last battery in, and then I guess we'll have to circumvent other areas back, because then we can have enough power to take care of ventilation and the water drainage. So we're going to, what did I say, D? Yes. We'll just take a right from here. It's pretty interesting, no? So here's A, D should be right here. Okay. A letter from Bridget. Right. It wasn't anything handy. Okay, so now that we are entering D wing, the big battery's here. So here's D, the A, B, and C. Where's E, though? Is E part of the archives? Possible. Wolves. What's this say? Door's currently sealed. I imagine it's because of this illusion. There we go. Okay, can we access it now? Yep. Okay, list of candidates for various positions at HMC. So we have a list of names for molecular biology specialist, physiologist, specialized in muscular diseases, heavy machinery engineer, a chemist, and nuclear biologist, and a lawyer specialized in internal law. Those are the roles that they would take for those people. The names don't really matter, because we'll never meet them. Sundown Montreal writer / journalist seems to hate his father. Potential source of information to contact. Francois Dallaire.
Few things were more exciting to a
stub.
private investigator than finding a pay stub. Francoise revealed her employee number, which Carl had a hunch would be useful.
So for 40 hours, they get 128.50. Huh. $6.43 go to federal. $12.82 goes to provincial. I see. And this is of 1970. Do you think that's good pay for 40 hours in 1970? I'm not sure. I would imagine, right? I imagine it'd be okay. I mean, today's standards, that's horrible, but for back then, maybe. I mean, that's a long time ago. It's what, 50 years ago? Archive note. Mr. Gion, per your request, repair equipment, including a battery that has been sent to the plumbing area located in the archives. So yeah, we have a battery in archives. Like I suspected. Or we could just look at the map and use our brain. Letter from the Cree. Cree people's concerns over mining activities on their territory. Oh, I'm pretty sure we've read this in the first game, so I'm gonna skim it, and you guys can pause the video if you guys want to read it. There's this paragraph, but we've read this before in the first game. If you guys didn't check out the first game, I suggest taking a look at that, because it was a good time. But yeah, we've read that. We'd be wasting our time if we were reading it again. I remember too, because there was a big ass long note such as that. There was a few of those in the first game, but...
The office of the illustrious scientist who had guided his exploration of this sinister, abandoned underground labyrinth. The place was very much like him. A bit messy, but very transparent about his passions. This letter was a serendipitous find. Carl had to find a way to reach Wing E.
Mr. Hamilton, we have completed the test on the prototype you provided. I am pleased to inform you that it is functional. It manages to reverse up to 98.6% of the effects of Mistonite. Following your instructions, I sent the prototype to the warehouse in E-Wing. Wing E. Everything was done with the utmost discretion. I remain of the opinion that, for the good of the company, the device and its blueprint should be disposed of. As always, however, the final decision is yours. D. Jules Demers. That's who D is. Okay. And we've met Jules already. The hell is this thing? Small capsule. The plant froze because of the Mistonite. Weird. Mystanic stupor.
Carl was slowly realizing the true nature of his hallucinations and of the project backed by Hamilton. The copper mine was just a front for an attempt to recover forgotten knowledge about Mystennite.
Though Mystanic stupor seems to be common to all organisms that come into contact with awakened Mystennite, the types of mutations that result from it and their effects vary widely. A rat's blood turned turquoise, a hare's coat darkened to a glossy onyx black. The sap of some daisies took on a bluish tint, and their petals turned an iridescent purple. A rose lost its thorns and now secretes an oily irritant that burns the skin. And in people, we see other beasties and other manner of things. Mystennite is a most curious material. It seems to possess absolute thermal inertia. Exposure to a warm environment does not constrain it in any way. It carries on emitting a freezing cold. All of its properties evoke the very crystallization of winter itself. When coming into contact with it, plants go into dormancy, animals into hibernation, and insects into diapause. We refer to this phenomena as mystanic stupor. In contrast with natural hibernation or diapause, however, mystanic stupor accelerates the process of genetic transcription. This effect seems to stem from its radioactive properties. Like any radioactive material, mystennite induces multiple cellular lesions and DNA chains. What distinguishes it is the heightened risk of mutations occurring as these lesions are repaired, a risk of exacerbated by the organism's state of dormancy. It is estimated at over 70% an extremely high probability. Organisms that survive mystanic stupor thus emerge from it greatly denatured. And that's what keeps happening to us, huh? The stupor, mystanic stupor. Which we kind of suspected it was something along those lines. It was from the Mystennite, clearly. But to what means we did not know. Like, to what detail, you know? So we knew, but just to what limit. Tightly locked. Locked. Little kitchen area. Okay. Could go in there. Weekly schedule. Let's see, a review of the past week and the September 12 incident. Room 38A, October export reviewing and planning. A September postmortem and goals for October, clinical trials, prototype tests, and a board of directors meeting at these dates. Does it matter? Not particularly. Would have been a good opportunity for something to spook you in this little door window, huh? Missed opportunity. Okay, we got some meeting stuff. Opening the session. Yup. Risks. A lot of shit that just doesn't really matter. I mean, it would matter if we were part of said company. However, for obvious reasons, we're not. We're just a... This feels like Hamilton's personal office. Is it labeled? It is Hamilton's office. Damn, I'm a good guesser. You can tell because it's distinctly different than anything else in this freaking whole establishment. Top secret information. Hello.
Dig up a person's secrets, and you can control them. HMC's tentacles reached far and wide.
Let's take a read. Notice to Mr. Mark Hamilton Mining Corp. Mr. Mark, as agreed, here is an index summarizing the contents of the documents in the P64 folder. Rosaire Junkas in 1932 of February 27th. Okay. Suspected Union sympathizer divorced, lost access to his children in 1966 due to alcohol abuse. Felipe Blaise, in 1940, was there was some environmentalist remarks. Immoral liaisons with another man, numerous witnesses, see P64-B1. There was Bridget Quesnel in 1934. The comments hostile to HMC, suspected Union sympathies. There was theft, department stores may be charged. Dr. Virgil de la Durante in 1922. Comments hostile to HMC environmentalists, practice clandestine abortions between 51 and 60. Hugo Roy, 1927, suspected Union sympathizer. Credit report, insolvency, times 2. Lionel Trudel, in 1920, comments hostile to HMC. 1962, 18-year-old mistress Suzanne Fontaine became pregnant, child raised by Miss Fontaine's sister Rita. Is that really that secret? Guess to him. Not that it matters to us.
Was Hamilton looking to make Mistonite-based alloys? For what purpose?
Mr. Hamilton, it is my duty to inform you that recent events has provided us with sufficient grounds to open investigations into 3 of your employees. I am afraid there may be more. At this time, Human Resources Officer Francois Dallaire, Heavy Equipment Operator Thomas Mactouche, and Pierre-Marc Corbeau in engineering are all suspected of acting under false pretenses. I will bring a copy of our files to our meeting next Wednesday. Mark.
The detective's eyes fell on the name of Francoise. Did the Lady of the Lair have something to hide?
I don't know. I don't know. Alright, let's go find our thing. Shit, we don't have the key card? Fuck. Okay. We've actually hit a wall for once. Okay, so what are we going to do? I guess we could turn off power in other sectors of this place, right? And try to get rid of, like, ventilation and the flooding and some of the other areas. That's all I can think of, and then we just go to those areas. Right? Yeah, it makes sense to me. Because clearly we have to do that kind of thing. Alright, yeah, let's go back up. If I remember right, was the man in A or B? Can't remember. Regardless, we should probably go back to A and just to see what we've missed and work our way around. Unfortunately. Okay, so we discovered all we can currently with all these wings. Is powered a E-wing. So if we turn all this shit off...
Any facility of this size was required to have an emergency drainage system in case of a disaster of any kind.
Sure.
With the drains closed, the water would return as long as the
Hold on, I want to see A again.
pipes remained in this condition.
So A should be over here, right?
To justify such a vast ventilation system, they certainly had to be dealing with materials that were far more toxic than your average ore dust.
We can't do both. We can either drain the water. Well, we don't have any problems like that in A. So let's go over to B here. And B, there is a tunnel that has, looks like a gas leak. But there's still the water issue. Trying to see what else is around. See where there's a power issue. E has a lot of issues. D has the power issue. D no longer has any issues. Okay. Not super helpful, is it? Guess we want to open access to B. Because I can't do ventilation and water drainage. I could do one or the other. I think water drainage is one that we probably want right now. Unsure. Okay, so let's see. A was this way, right? We took care of the water drainage, but yeah, there's no purpose to going to A. Let's go over to B. There's nothing wrong with A whatsoever. We can see if there's any water drainage issues in B, since we're here. And then if there is, we can take care of said issue. But at this point, we're just kind of running through kind of quickly. One of these individuals was in here, though. Did I miss something? Battery, huh? We're just going through it kind of quicker. We've read that. I wonder why we can't access that. Well, that's all the rooms, right? One of these rooms had this terminal, yeah.
Oui. L'aile E? Oubliez ça, tout est barré. C'est une forteresse. C'est juste
I
les
skip
boss
this
qui
a
ont
little
le
bit?
accès.
No.
Je sais peut-être où en trouver une. Je peux vous l'indiquer. Mais en échange, je veux que vous m'apportiez les dossiers d'enquête sur moi et sur Pierre-Marc Corbeau. C-O-R-B-O. Vous allez les trouver dans l'entrepôt
R&D warehouse.
ressources humaines. Nos numéros d'employés, c'est 252 et 215.
So did we not find R&D warehouse then?
Carl had suffered many Brume-induced delusions, yet this one left him with a different feeling, like a dream that felt hauntingly real when you emerged from it.
That's nice. Is there no drainage areas in this place in B? Because I want to run through this a bit. I know the episode is going to be a little bit longer to do this, but that's okay. Yeah, there's one over here, I believe. Right? And I don't know what the purpose of it is. Yeah, here we go. That shit's drained. Here we go.
All this water on the walls and the floor made him think that this place must have previously flooded.
Well, it did. We're just stuck going underneath for the moment. Shit, I don't even know where we are. Okay, so we're right underneath the right underneath the little mistonite that we saw. There's another one. Oh, but there's fucking gas. So what do we do about the freaking fumes? Shit. Well, that's not good. At least we found the fumes, but to get rid of the fumes, we have to reflood this whole entire area. So we need to find those batteries. We need to get to this section that he was referring to, but I thought we found everything. You know? We must have missed something somewhere else. We're just not sure exactly where. We can also check the other areas for flooding. But this area over here was the only area that actually had a flooded zone, I remember. Okay. So now that we know that, that's good. So there's nothing in B that we can do anything to. That we know of. Okay, let's go back to the elevator again. So either it's in C or D. Or we missed something note-wise. I don't think we did, though. And this doesn't very well help us now, does it? Okay, let's get rid of access to B, put it into C. If I do this, I mean, these are tunnels that we... Ah, shit. I mean, I can take care of the ventilation like this, but there's still the issue of the flood. And then this gets rid of the water issue, but then we have a whole drainage issue with the gas. Freaking sucks, doesn't it? Available power. Power used. It uses 4 power every time. Ventilation's only 3. Well, I could do this at the very least and check, right? Shit. There was nothing I can remember for ventilation, however. Which isn't good. I mean, there's a water leakage, right? So... let's get rid of... get rid of D. Put it into water drainage. Let's head over to C next. I know technically I should be ending the episode right about now, but I want to try to get this figured out so we don't have to figure it out next time. I mean, still, we're still trying to figure shit out in this place. I can always just look it up, I suppose, but whatever. Let's head over to C. And we took care of the water drainage issue here, I believe. Not the gas, but the water. There was nothing that way. Back where we started today. Okay, so there's a whole other drainage system over here that we can sort of access. Let's go down this one now. We can go left, we can go right. Well, it's not grabbable, huh? Thought those were more batteries. Let's see what this way brings us. Presumably to more gas, right? Hello. Now we're finding something. This goes into E, into the archives. Okay, we can go up from in there. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Is there a purpose for this little area? There's something over here? Yeah, there's stuff. Okay. Okay, at least we found where E is. Now we have an idea where we need to go. Next save point we'll find, we'll end it. Oh! The battery. That makes life easier now, doesn't it? Wait, how does one... Wait, how does one bring it with me then? Oh, I see. Let's dump it here for now. Oh, I see. Oh, we need the key card for that. Richard, I identified the issue. They were damaged gears in the conveyor belt. I already changed those at the other end of the forge wing, but I was asked to do something more urgent. Okay. So we got this gear.
The conveyor refused to move, like a stubborn mule.
Sweet!
Carl wondered if he could attempt some repairs. The conveyor had started up again, and its belt led to an unknown location.
Now I know where it goes.
Perhaps to an unexplored section of the laboratory?
Nope, not really that unexplored. We know where it is. Cool. Things are falling into place, guys. Alright, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go grab this thing. This conveyor belt. Once we grab the item from the conveyor belt, the big battery, and place it, we will turn on the power that needs to be turned on from those areas. And then I guess end it for the day. That's cool though. Should be right here. Awesome. Wait, have you read that? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I don't remember. Alright, let's go back. That's awesome. That's one way to get a battery from over there. Yeah, that was from over here, from what I wanted, right? Yep. Cool. So now we have access to be able to turn off, I believe, the water and the gas, right? Not sure. Okay. Are you in? Yeah, we have 8 for power. That's quite a bit. Okay, so if we turn all the... Say we turn all this other shit off. Can we turn this on? Yes, we can. Cool, so now we have full access to every zone that we need. So it looks like next time, then, we will go to B again. Take a look through this tunnel, see what's there. Yeah, nice. Everything's coming together. And then do the whole circuit all over again, it seems. But for every room. But this is where we're ending today's episode. Hope you guys all enjoyed. If you guys have, make sure you guys have a like, a comment. Tell me what you think of today's episode, of course. And if you're new to my channel, or have been watching me for a little while and you haven't done so, feel free to subscribe to me, MadSquash924, and don't forget to ring the bell to get notified of my latest videos. As I said, next time, we're going back through B, into the tunnels, and then looks like going to C, and then going through the tunnels, if we have access. Looks like we might. We'll see, though. Bye-bye, everybody.